I'm going to show you this beautiful urban park in the center of Brooklyn. Teach you a little bit about the history of it, teach you a little bit about, you know, why would you come here, what amenities they have, and, you know, you kind of get a sense of how people in this neighborhood use this park. Now, it's adjacent to Park Slope. So we have another video on that, check that out. But it's an amazing city park, and there's always a lot of stuff going on here. So let's start. So that arch there is called the Sailors and Soldiers Memorial Arch, and it commemorates the Union soldiers fighting during the Civil War. So it's been here for a long time, and that's the purpose of it. What's great about today is on Saturday afternoons in the summertime in Prospect Park, they actually have a farmer's market. So we're gonna go through that a little bit before we take you to the park, so let's take a look. That was a little tour of the farmers market. I would definitely recommend coming here on a Saturday in the summertime if you're here. There's lots of stuff to buy. I mean, you can get fresh poultry, fresh meat, fresh fruits, and fresh vegetables straight from the farm right here in Brooklyn. So you don't have to go far out, it's right here. What I'm gonna do now is we're gonna enter the park. I'm gonna go through a little bit and then show you a little bit of some of the interesting things to see in the park.
Yeah. Ice cold what? Ice cold what? That was that dude, right?
So you do it on one, yeah, or like.
Don't film me.
the shishito peppers. And then it was like, Earth only has 60 plus. And I was like, what the fuck?
You live in New York. Yeah. You pay a Con Ed bill.
Yeah.
Does it go to your name or someone else's name? Yeah, so you can do this.
Okay, so we just went through the farmer's market section. You saw the little fruit stands, you know, buy little different things for yourself. Now we're in the main field. So everybody's out today. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. It's about 75 degrees in August, so there's a lot of people out. I mean, it's just a perfect place to go for a picnic, to, you know, let your dog run if your dog stays with you. You know, and just hang out in nature a little bit, but you're right in the city. I mean, it was literally a 3-minute walk from where we just were, so take a look. So, some interesting facts about Prospect Park. The idea of the park started in the late 1850s. So about 1857, 1858, they started to design the park. So the designer of the park is Frederick Law Olmsted. He's actually the same architect who he's the famous landscape architect who did so many different projects. What he's most noteworthy for, though, is Central Park, which is in Manhattan. Interestingly, Prospect Park kind of competes with Manhattan, right? So they have a similar vibe, they have a similar kind of design, but what's interesting about Prospect Park is Central Park is more man-made, right? So more landscape architecture designed, right? Prospect Park is much more natural. So of course there's parts of it that were designed there, you know, there's paths, there's ways that they went around putting the trees in and the lampposts and all of that stuff, but most of Prospect Park is natural, right? So unlike Central Park, which is almost 90% man-made, this park is very natural. Another interesting thing to note is there was a big Revolutionary War battle here called the Battle of Long Island. Now this happened in the 1770s, and the United States, well, it wasn't called the United States then, but the colonies actually lost. They retreated here under the command of George Washington, and it happened right around here. So, you know, there's a lot of interesting history here. It's a beautiful park. It's a great place to take a date. It's a great place to take your family, take your dog, play sports. I think they're playing Quidditch here. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're playing Quidditch. Hey, that's cool. To each his own. I like Harry Potter. So what we're gonna do is, the park's huge, so we're gonna go a little further. I'm gonna cut it off here, and when we get to the next part of the tour, I'm gonna start it back up. Yes, you are still in the center of Brooklyn. So where I am now is in the hiking trails part of Prospect Park. So, you know, you never know you're in the center of Brooklyn, but you are. There's beautiful hiking trails in here. There's one area called the Ravine where, you know, just Google Maps it when, you know, on your way here, so you know where everything is. This part's called the Ravine, right? So there's parts where actually the geology of the earth goes down into like a ravine type area, and it's like a hiking trail. It's really cool to see. Like I said, people come from all over to actually go bird watching here. There's lots of interesting birds in here, so if that's your gig, this is definitely somewhere you might want to visit while you're in New York. Do you hear that sound? That's actually a seal. So we are right next to Prospect Park Zoo. Prospect Park is the host of a very small but very cool zoo. I've honestly been to zoos all over America, and Prospect Park Zoo by far has the most interesting animals. I don't know what they're feeding them, I don't know what they put in the water, but these animals do jumps, they do really crazy stuff. So it's not free. I would definitely check it out. It costs about $20 to get in. It's a small zoo, so you can do it in half a day easy. But I would definitely recommend checking out because the animals really are interesting, and they're all characters. So definitely check that out. The one thing that you want to note though is make sure if you come to the zoo that you park on Flatbush Avenue if you're going to park. There's also a way you could take the 2 or 3 or the B or Q train. That'll let you off right there. So make sure you do that. So what's cool is there's a lot of these cool stone bridges all over the trails. So you know, they go up above and the hiking trails are below. So definitely when you come here, if you're interested in hiking, take a hike through the Prospect Park hiking trails. I mean, they're pretty easy. They're not for like super avid hikers. They might find these boring a little bit, you know, beginnery. I go hiking a lot, so I think these are a little beginnery, but you know what? They're actually pretty cool. And if you just want to get a little break from the city, I mean, it's a great alternative to going far out into like a different place. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna finish this hiking trail, and then I'm gonna take you guys on to the next section. Okay, so where we are now is the Prospect Park Lagoon and Pond. So it's a pretty cool area. There's actually, from where we were in the hiking trails, there's a waterfall that goes down into it and flows into it. And this is it here. That boathouse there actually it's a very interesting place to sit. It has very interesting architecture. People come from all over to actually take wedding photos here. It's incredibly scenic. It's actually really cool to see in the winter time when you have all the snow and the pond actually becomes ice. So it's pretty cool to see. We're gonna keep going. That pond actually flows into a large lake, a 64-acre lake in the center of Prospect Park. That's Brooklyn's only lake, so I'm gonna show you that next. Okay, everyone, so as I promised, here is the lake. Right, so you can see there's a lot of people. It looks like they're legit camping over there. There's a lot of people hanging out today. It's a beautiful lake. It's huge. You can go kayaking on it. It's actually cool in the fall too. If you look over there, there's a lot of people barbecuing, you know, just hanging out on this beautiful summer day. Beautiful summer Saturday. You go fishing too. A lot of people go fishing. One thing to note is, if you like to bike, there's a huge trail that circumvents the entire park. So you can go in a circle around the whole park. It's pretty strenuous. I've done it. There's a part that goes really uphill, and there's a part that goes really downhill. So the downhill part, you kind of take your time. Depending on how fast you bike, takes about maybe 20 minutes, half hour, but it's really good to do. I would encourage you, if you want to see the whole park, to do it by bike, because you kind of get off your bike, lock it, go into things, and keep going. You know, I separated a lot of it on here because a lot of it is just walking. But yeah, I mean, this concludes the tour. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed showing it. If you like this kind of content, you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so you can get all of our updates. Also, make sure to like and share this video, you know, share it with other people. Also, please feel free to leave a comment or question below. I try to answer all questions you may have, or if you've been here and you want to, you know, help other travelers navigate this amazingly beautiful and large park, you know, please do so. Okay guys, till next time, bye.